And again, I'm going to make a brief contribution and then leave the rest of the time to my colleague, Deputy Brazel. I suppose I start off, my colleague is gone now, Deputy Healy-Rae, but I find myself agreeing and disagreeing with him. I know he has declared himself as a major landlord, and I'm sure he's an excellent landlord and does his work very, very well and looks after his tenants. I wouldn't expect anything else from him. But I just thought part of his presentation today, was, to me anyway, creating an impression that, that we really don't have any bad landlords. And the reality is we do have some. Now, I would acknowledge, talking from my own part of the country, definitely there's not a huge percentage of them. But when you are actually called to a residence and you see the state of, leaking pipes, radiators not working, drafts here, there and everywhere, that to me is unsuitable accommodation and is something that I wouldn't tolerate. But I would also have to say, in fairness, that many of the smaller landlords who may have one or two houses, sometimes family reasons, it might have the family home, nobody in it, they do it up and they rent it out. Some of them don't like to sell it, they like to keep it for I suppose, family reasons. But I find most of those people do an excellent job and always look after their tenants. And I have to say in general, again from my part of the country, that most tenants are good. But again, I do, come across cases where houses have been wrecked and left in a deplorable state. And good houses, proper heating, no shortcomings, and people leave them in a terrible state. But that is a minority situation. So we need landlords in the system. There's no doubt about that. We can't exist without them. And I know that our party was criticised for introducing a landlords type budget in October 2018. However, as I said, we do need those landlords in the system. Budget 2019 was not a landlord's budget. A rental market needs landlords if it is to work. It incentivises landlords to stay in the system. Well, I think we should be reminded that some 40,000 landlords left the system between 2012 and 2018. 40,000 left the system. Between 2012 and in 2018, including 4,000 in the past 12 months, 4,000 have left the system in the last 12 months. And we need to keep those people within the system, or else there will be fewer units available. And then we're going to have a further difficulty with the rent rising. I just want to make one comment in relation to the big problem I have in my constituency, is where a landlord asks people to leave a house, gives them a certain amount of notice, then they're looking for a place to stay and they're going on to the HAP system. And they don't qualify for a social house. They're slightly above the limit for a local authority house. And of course, they don't get it hard to get HAP as well because of their income. And that is a major difficulty, Minister. I think you're aware of it. And it's something we do need to address. And that is the biggest problem that I have in my own constituency. I'll hand over now to Deputy Brazel.